Hello and welcome back to HEMA Fight Breakdowns. Today we're going to be talking about this exchange, and in particular, offline footwork. So as you see coming into this exchange, fighter on the left here takes a quick short step to their right with their right foot, but you can see here that their left foot is already starting to trail. And the reason for this is that what they're trying to do is they're trying to bait out the response from their opponent, and they get it right here. So basically, something that happens in fighting all the time is that whenever you move a foot directly into the range of your opponent's, ability to hit you, they're instantly going to throw the most default attack that they can from the position that they're in. So this person has their sword couched over their right shoulder. So what makes the most sense here is the second you see a person enter your range, you're going to throw that sword directly forward from where it is and try to hit your opponent in the head. However, because the person on the left here did this short little stompy step with their right leg, and they're now traveling towards their left at a 45-degree angle, this cut has a little bit of a problem, namely that they're cutting towards a person who's still standing right here, directly in front of them, but their opponent is now over to the left. Now, part of the issue here is that whenever you're using offline footwork, one of the difficulties is in making sure that you're actually meaningfully shortening the distance between you and your opponent. It's very easy to take a step off to the side and not actually get any closer. And similarly, when you're throwing a step off to the side and then you're throwing another bigger step forward and off at a 45-degree angle, you have to be careful that you're not stepping directly into a cut. You can imagine that if someone throws a cut from their top right to their bottom left and you're stepping directly into the path of that sword, you're going to make any attack that they're throwing that much harder. But if you prepare for it, there's something very simple you can do, and that is just throw up your sword in a block directly in the path of where, again, you know or can reasonably guess that first attack is going to come from. So going all the way back to the beginning, you throw your short little step off to one side, and you then immediately push all of your weight and all of your momentum 45-degree angle to the opposite side. If you're going directly into the path of the response cut, you throw up your parry, and then you get into this position here. So right here, even though you can't really see it because of the quality, you can see right here, this cut came in at about a middle little angle and got parried by the wall that this person put up with their sword. So immediately after that happens, this person has a little bit of a problem. They've committed all of their momentum forward to trying to land their attack, and now they're open on this right side where they normally would not have been before. Again, if you imagine that people were throwing these kinds of cuts while standing directly in front of each other, if you were to throw a cut from your left to the right over here, this person's sword is sitting right there in the way. So by taking this short little step, you bait out a response cut, you parry that response, and then you throw your own counter shot off to the side where you have now opened up a new angle of attack. You see this kind of footwork all the time in places like boxing, and I don't think you see it enough in fencing, but it's very effective, especially because it utilizes what most people are programmed to do, which is to throw a cut directly at your head the second you enter range, because in a lot of ways, that's an extremely effective thing to do. You don't have to worry about what they're doing with their feet or their hands, or if they're throwing a feint, if they have to be the one to parry your attack. So this is a really effective little move where you utilize your opponent's triggers and wait for them to throw the attack you know is coming, and then set up a very nice parry riposte right off of it. All right, that's going to be it for today. If you'd like to see your own footage featured on the channel, feel free to send an email over at HEMAFightBreakdowns@gmail.com, and I hope to see you next time.